Hey guys, this is Amit and you're watching Tech Dad. In this video, we are going to compare between OnePlus Nord 2 5G versus OnePlus 9R. And we will discuss which one is better in camera, performance, display, body of the devices, features, communication chips and about the prices. In the end of the video, I will tell you which one is better according to me. So watch this video till the end. So without wasting any time, let's start the video. Let the comparison start with the camera of the devices, talking about the rear camera of the devices. Not to have triple camera setup, 50 megapixel of wide camera, 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera and 2 megapixel of macro camera. Whereas 9R comes with quad camera setup, 48 megapixel of wide camera, 16 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 5 megapixel of macro camera and 2 megapixel of monochrome sensor. So the winner here is 9R because it has 64 megapixel of wide camera which can take high resolution of photos. And about the front camera of the devices, Nord 2 have 32 megapixel of wide camera, whereas 9R have 16 megapixel of wide camera. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have 32 megapixel of wide camera, which can take high resolution of photos. Let's talk about the camera features of the devices. Nord 2 have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama, whereas 9R have dual LED flash, HDR and panorama. So it's a tie here. And about the video recording options in the devices, Nord 2 can shoot 4K video max at 30 fps, Full HD video max at 240 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization, whereas 9R can record 4K video max at 60 fps, Full HD video max at 240 fps with gyro electronic image stabilization. So the winner here is 9R because it can record 4K video max at 60 fps and it has auto HDR option. Moving to the performance of the devices, let's start with the operating system of the devices. Nord 2 have Android 11 support, on the other side 9R also have Android 11 support. So it's a tie here. And about the user interface of the devices, Nord 2 have Oxygen OS whereas 9R comes with Oxygen OS 2. So it's a tie because both of the user interface have same UI. Let's talk about the processor of the devices. Nord 2 is powered by Dimensity 1200 5G based on 6nm processor, whereas 9R is powered by Snapdragon 870 5G based on 7nm processor. So the winner here is 9R because it have much more faster processor which can give you more processing speed. And about the GPU of the devices, Nord 2 is spec'd with Mali G77 whereas 9R is spec'd with Adreno 650. So again the winner here is 9R because it have much more faster GPU which can give you more FPS in games. Let's talk about the clock speed of the devices. Nord 2 can clock at 3.0 GHz based on octa-core Cortex chipset, whereas 9R can clock at 3.2 GHz based on octa-core Creo chipset. So the winner here is 9R because it have much more faster clock speed. And about the RAM variants in the devices, Nord 2 have two option 8 and 12 GB of RAM variants, whereas 9R have two option 8 and 12 GB. So again it's a tie because both of the devices have same capacity of RAM options. Let's talk about the internal storage of the devices. Nord 2 comes with 128 and 256 GB of storage, whereas 9R have 128 and 256 GB of storage. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same storage option. And about the external storage of the devices, Nord 2 did not have any card slot, whereas 9R also did not have, so it's a tie. Moving to the display features of the devices, let's start with the display size of the devices. Nord 2 have 6.43 inches of display, whereas 9R also have 6.55 inches of display. So the winner here is 9R because it have bigger screen size. And about the screen to body ratio of the devices, Nord 2 have approximately 85.8%, whereas 9R have 86.8%. So it's a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same ratio. Let's talk about the screen resolution of the devices. Nord 2 comes with Full HD Plus display, on the other side 9R also have Full HD Plus display. So it's a tie. And about the display type of the devices, both of the devices have Fluid AMOLED display having 90Hz of refresh rate with HDR10 Plus support. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same display panel. Moving to the body features of the devices, let's start with the thickness of the devices. Nord 2 have 8.3 mm of thickness, whereas 9R have 8.4 mm of thickness. So I will call it a tie because both of the devices have approximately the same thickness. Talking about the weight of the devices, Nord 2 comes with 189 grams of weight, whereas 9R have 189 grams of weight too. So again it's a tie because both of the devices have same body weight. And about the protective glass of the devices, Nord 2 have Gorilla Glass 5, whereas 9R have Gorilla Glass 5 too. So it's a tie because both of the devices have same generation of glass. Let's talk about the build quality of the devices. Nord 2 have glass back with plastic frame, whereas 9R have glass back with aluminum frame. So the winner here is 9R because it have solid build quality. And about the SIM options in the devices, both of the devices have dual nano SIM support, so it's a tie. Moving to some of the most important features of the devices, let's start with the fingerprint scanner of the devices. Nord 2 have under display fingerprint scanner. On the other side, 9R also have under display fingerprint scanner, so it's a tie. And about the sensors in the devices, Nord 2 have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, whereas 9R also have accelerometer, gyroscope, proximity and compass, so it's a tie. Let's talk about the battery capacity of the devices. Nord 2 have 4500 mAh of battery capacity, whereas 9R also have 4500 mAh of battery capacity, so it's a tie because both of the devices have same battery capacity. Let's talk about the charging speed of the devices. Nord 2 have 65 watts of fast charging, whereas 9R have 65 watts of fast charging, so it's a tie again because both of the devices have approximately the same charging speed. Let's talk about the loudspeaker of the devices. Nord 2 comes with stereo speakers, whereas 9R have stereo speakers too, so it's a tie here. And about the headphone jack of the devices, Nord 2 did not have any 3.5 mm of headphone jack, whereas 9R also did not have, so it's a tie. Moving to the communication chips in the devices, starting with the WLAN of the devices. Both of the devices comes with Wi-Fi AC, dual band Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi direct and hotspot, but 9R have 6th generation of Wi-Fi which provides more coverage area and more speed, so the winner here is 9R. And about the Bluetooth version of the devices, Nord 2 have 5.2 generation of Bluetooth, whereas 9R have 5.1 generation of Bluetooth, so the winner here is Nord 2 because it have newer generation of Bluetooth. Let's talk about the positioning chips in the devices. Nord 2 have dual band AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo, BDS and other chips, whereas 9R have dual band AGPS, GLONASS, Galileo and BDS. So the winner here is Nord 2 because it have many chips. And about the USB connectivity of the devices, Nord 2 comes with 2nd gen of Type-C connector with OTG support, whereas 9R have 3rd generation of Type-C connector with OTG support. So the winner here is 9R. Moving to the price of the devices in the international market, Nord 2 is around $300, whereas 9R is available from $430. In the Indian market, Nord 2 have starting range from 28,000 rupees, whereas 9R is available from 40,000 rupees. So the conclusion of the video is, in the camera, the winner here is 9R. In the performance, the winner here is 9R. In the display, it's a tie. In the body segment, the winner here is 9R. In the features of the device, the winner here is 9R. In the communication chips, the winner here is 9R. And about the prices, it's a tie. So the decision is shortly yours. Which device you like the most so far, and let me know in the comment below what do you think, which device is better for you. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like the content, please like our video, share this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment what you thought in the comment below. If you're watching this video on Facebook, please like our page TechDad. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, here's my Instagram ID on the screen. This is Amit and I will see you guys in the next one. Till then, bye.